It's during business hours here at the Jacksonville Landing, but there's hardly anyone here. Some restaurants like this, with their bar stools already up and the doors closed, resulting in very little foot traffic or high quality shops that are open. Definitely not something you'd expect from a place this big. Where I'm standing right now along Dutton Island Road is the City of Atlantic Beach property. But just across the street, that is the City of Jacksonville. I'm NickP. I'll explain why Atlantic Beach commissioners want to change that. Well, Anthony, that's right. This is the area that we're talking about here. It's along Mayport Road and Dutton Island Road. This area here in purple, roughly 600 acres. Wearing all black. She was wearing a black jacket with a black hood over, black pants, white shoes, something over her arm indicating she had a weapon but didn't flash any weapon. The teller gave her some money. She comes out of the Chase Bank robbery where I'm standing along Thacker Avenue, and then police say she headed north on foot. Started heading down Thacker Avenue. About a block or two down is Landon Middle School. That was put on code red lockdown as a precaution. A witness followed the woman in a car, then said she started to ditch those clothes. Throw down that black jacket, throw down the pants, was last seen wearing maroon and gray jacket with maroon pants. Hard to believe here that this right here is really the only damage, but that pilot miraculously walked away. You can see right here as I set my water bottle there, not very deep. You would not expect that's the hole that is left behind, but that is the impact left from this helicopter crash. Again, the only word really you can put to it is miraculous. First, let's look at location. Celine Walker's killed inside this extended stay America in early February. The second, nearly 4 months later in Durkeeville here along Ellis Street between 8th Street and Wilson Street. And the third and most recent happening here Sunday at this Quality Inn and Suites, which leads to the question, are these three killings, transgender women, related? Well, Anthony, Heather, good evening. Yes, I want to show you right now. We're standing in the gate lot here right now. Walking down this direction is actually where we just came from. This is Trednick Road. You can see cars kind of turning left there at the light. They're being blocked off from Monument Road, which is, again, what we're standing back to right now. You can see there's a handful of deputies out here helping control traffic. Again, we can tell you this is a fatal. This original respond came out, car versus pedestrian. Right now, we have learned that is fatal. Trying to get more information, obviously, right now. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office telling us they're having a briefing expected here any moment here. We've been told roughly at the top of the hour, 5 o'clock, 5:01 or so. We'll keep you updated on that. But again, Rod, as we move back this way, I'm just going to kind of walk you down. Again, this whole section right here of Monument Road has been shut down. You can see off my shoulder here the crime scene unit where we're at now. Again, this is 295 traffic coming back here off of Monument Road. Again, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office investigating this, say this is a fatal. We're working to get more information, and again, that press briefing here scheduled shortly. Ron, if you want to walk down this way, we get some. If you guys walk down this here, you can see they just walked over to the microphones. We're going to get a briefing here scheduled. Again, right now we can tell you that this is a fatal original car versus pedestrian. As we walk down here, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to step my mic in here, Rod. We can tell you, though, according to deputies, they believe that he came in on the right side of your screen, just past the open sign, and the two deputies were sitting on the other side of that last pillar. And I can tell you, at least being out here in the last 10, 15 minutes, it has been very calm from this perspective, given the fact that we've had an exchange of gunfire between that man and this Jacksonville Beach officer, again, shot twice. But to give it perspective, I'm 5'9". This is the hole. You literally could fit 2 or 3 of me, at least lengthwise, and widthwise you could probably fit about another 5 or 6 of me. So this is a huge problem for Nick Rickman. As it sits right now, Jacksonville City Council members Gaffney, Morgan, and Love say it's not time to sell JEA and should put it off the table for at least a year. So we already know what these 3 members think. We wanted to see, though, the rest 16, their thoughts on JEA. This is not a concern in terms of ICE, but at the other end, this is why we had to stop. Check this out, guys. This right here, all along, that right there. ICE, entirely. These branches goes all the way down here, 95 north. Again, right now we're about 25 miles into Georgia. I can already tell just in a few minutes. Now, granted, I'm talking to you, but I'm still getting out of breath rather quickly here, and it's only been 3-4 minutes. I'm definitely a medium. This is a 2X. Well, yes, Anthony, this is something, again, the 4th time this has happened to Robin Spence. I talked to her today. She says this is the community, though, that she wants to work in. Now, as other businesses out here are getting ready for the holidays, she has to work once again for a 4th time at repairing her business. Again, Ashley Greer, this is about an 8-foot piece of plywood at the front of her building, but the extensive damage really is on the inside. hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage, making her think she might have to move as a real possibility. Yes, Keith, good morning. Right now, you can see behind me right now, we've got a couple crews here heading out to Tallahassee. As I'm going to go ahead and pan over here. Again, right now, JEA says they expect about 10 crews to be there. It's about 40 people or so, including 4 emergency. Merely at this point, it just means if I could speak this evening, it just means that the discussion continues